you go, folks. Welcome to Winter Semifinals. GWJ versus Spiro. The Yoshi reborn here in Philadelphia.
Yeah, two players that were like super strong in Smash 4 and like haven't gotten that amazing of results yet in Ultimate, and they're just showing up right now.
Oh, bona fide, every single PR top 10, it seemed like, during the past year.
Now, like, not to say
Smash
they
4,
haven't had results in this game, just to say, like, not maybe up to their standard of what they're used to.
And GWJ started out the game very strong, in fact. I mean, on the cusp of top 8 at Let's Make Moves, if you remember that.
I do,
but
beating Larry.
Indeed, beating Larry and coming very close against Jen, but obviously, as we learned, that Rob Palatena matchup a little tough. But
a little.
Yeah. So
as are a lot of Rob's matchups against top tiers.
Yeah, but nonetheless, GWJ making it work with the Rob, and indeed the Yoshi. Yoshi's viability has been something that's been discussed for the past couple of months now, because it was not as quote unquote great in Smash 4, but far more viable in this game. Goodness gracious.
GWJ is playing so well today. I'm really enjoying watching him play.
I mean, it's always enjoyable.
Yeah, I know. It's just like the way he's avoiding people's stuff, and then just he's covering people's disadvantages and their approach options so well.
He's an incredibly smart player. And
exactly. He's covering all of the options he needs to cover. Just like, look at how like Spiro is struggling to get anything started. But now, that said, he just got something started and got the kill for it.
Yeah, and that's the sort of thing that you would hear GWJ talk about all the time, where it's like, I just love when people air dodge against Rosalina and Luma because I can just punish that. What do you know? GWJ air dodges and he gets punished with the
He told me once that he thinks he would stop beating people if they would just stop air dodging.
Yeah, no, he would say that pretty much all the time at the end of Smash 4, and well, I mean, Rosalina and Luma, he has not gone back to them since, but we see Spiro finding a little bit of success with the Yoshi.
Absolutely.
And I believe found his way to Winners Final last week with Yoshi.
I wouldn't be surprised. Spiro has a bunch of like super solid like characters that are on that PR level. It's like really like he just picks up a character and it's instantly ready for bracket sometimes, it feels like.
Yeah, winning the Joker-only bracket, that was
held
here at the lab yesterday.
It's just one of those players, he has such good reaction time, such good fundamentals that sometimes it just doesn't matter. Oh my god!
Oh my!
He lost ledge invincibility. Or he tried to do an option, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big old head that Yoshi has, so.
It sure is.
And he weaponized it, so.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, Nair's gyro doesn't seem to matter.
Gyro. Not as good a shot as GWJ with that thing. Ooh. Much prefers the egg and indeed those up airs.
This is exactly the situation Yoshi wants to be in. That's why Spiro picked this matchup, because when Rob is above Yoshi, it is a nightmare for Rob to get back down. But somehow, GWJ, defying all the odds once again, gets back down.
Yeah, but again, Spiro, and the thing is that he's using options that just were not there in the game, or just were not as viable. That the fact that, I mean, me having played Melee and having been a little brother, I'm used to spamming Yoshi's down B. But
wow.
Oh my!
That is the second time in a row I've seen GWJ just getting earlier killed than he should, because that move's really tricky to DI.
And really, that's a feat considering that you're talking about Yoshi, a character with deceptive weight to it. So, as GWJ goes up 1-0, we were talking about it, that GWJ was having a bit of a tough time, a tougher time negotiating Yoshi. Will not have to do so here. We go to game 2 as the switch to Lucina has been made. Another one of these good characters that Spiro has, but at the same time, maybe not, maybe has not acquired the same sort of results that he wanted in bracket with Lucina.
I'm definitely realizing the more I'm commentating Rob sets that Rob loses to like every top tier. Like, I could see this matchup being awful for Rob too.
Well, I mean, it's the standard thing. It's Rob losing to the characters that he should lose against. But at the same time, that's kind of the problem. At what point do you start making that adjustment? At what point do you start beating the players that you shouldn't? I mean, that's the sort of thing. That's the difference between a top tier and a mid tier. That's the difference between a top player and a mid-tier player, and GWJ is a top player who has not yet realized his potential.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, when is he going to get there?
It's hard for him with Rob, but I think like Rob's way more solid in this game. I think it's doable with Rob, and I think GWJ, the way he's playing right now, he's like, I don't know. I haven't like been watching him as often, but I imagine like he's playing unbelievably well today.
Oh, GWJ, there is no denying. Oh,
that's
beautiful.
another bad DI on that too. I think he was dead anyway, but still.
I mean, a pile driver into that up air, which is just as good as it was in Smash 4. There's no denying that he's fighting a bit of an uphill battle with Rob. It's just the nature of the beast. And indeed, as you saw, when you're getting edge guarded by a Lucina, there's only so much that you can do as any character, much less a character that, you know, you're not the fastest thing in the world in the air.
No, and you're
a fairly
big target there.
Exactly. So there's only so much you can do, and obviously you're fighting in an uphill battle. But there is a lot that GWJ has brought to the table in terms of how to beat these top tiers, how to take them on head on.
Absolutely.
And really, it's come down to maybe just one more stock. If he took one more stock, if he had gone out on winner's side because of that one more stock. It's really all these what-ifs that have kept GWJ from advancing to the top, and perhaps he is only one game away here against one of Philadelphia's finest, indeed one of the finest representatives of Drexel and Spiro.
Absolutely. Spiro hasn't been able to come to as much. That's kind of why his results aren't all there. That's because honestly, he's always had it. Like he's a very good player. Tries to get the read. Oh, I like what he was doing. I feel like I don't know if he could still lock him at this percent, so I'm gonna trust that GWJ knows Rob much better than I do.
I mean, he barely misspaced that down smash, and it was not by much. Spiro hanging on at 139%, but he needs to clean up the stock fast as GWJ. Neutral air.
Yeah, like they're both at kill percent. Oh! Misses the punish though. This is intense.
And that's the thing. GWJ. Now, we know GWJ is a thinker.
Bad.
We know that he's a very cerebral player. I wonder if he outthinks himself sometimes. Is that something that you
possibly?
Would,
I mean, it definitely happens while you're in bracket. You're just like, those are those punishes that are so free that you're so scared to miss them. And it sometimes can end up biting you. But that said, never mind, we have an even game. Just up Spiro cleaning that up, not getting flustered right there. Reads the jump, which is a very common option while they while your opponent has invincibility, so usually that's a pretty good read.
You know, Philly's color commentator Larry Anderson used to say that. It was like, I mean, when a batter has your number, what do? Throw a fastball right down the middle. They'll give you this look like, really? You're going to do that to me? And usually, they'll always take it because they're expecting you to go with something cheeky. They're expecting that slider on the corner. They're expecting that curveball down and away. They're not expecting a fastball right down the middle. They're not expecting the obvious option. And sometimes that works, and maybe that's what GWJ needs to start doing. Start going for the more obvious thing.
Here. Gets the
grab.
grab.
Go for the up air. Gets the grab.
And that might be it. DI? Yep. That he drastically changed the DI. That was right to the corner. Nice stuff.
Yeah. Spiro's such a good technical player, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah. I guess maybe he kind of mashed out every single time he's down thrown. Like with berries in this game, you kind of just want to not mash sometimes when you think they're going to go for the mash read, and then you have to mash when you think they're going to like start charging an up smash or something.
Yeah, and it's incredible to see GWJ adapting like that, because it looked like it was getting out of hand for him just a little bit, but then he started to calm down, and he really took over that last stock. And he stays in the setup for
we're getting winners finals right now.
Yeah, we're getting it.